Hey, well, I apologize. Running a little behind tonight. I definitely apologize for that. So we got lots of stuff coming up tonight. I apologize again. Anyways, I got a nice collection to show off for you, and I definitely have a lot of stuff coming up. So when we return, we're gonna do an intro, you know, and then we're gonna look at some cool stuff. So check it out.
Doesn't really matter the preference you're into, cause we love it all. Just bring your passion with you. When you roll with us, it is our go-to. Bring you all the wrestling like no one else can. Program, don't you touch that dial, will make you reroute your plans. Turning up the volume, bringing prospects the chance. Breakout stars to legends, any woman, oh man, any given fan, yeah. This is all them. You can listen to them live or on the replay. Touching all the current topics, push the relay. Bringing workers in the chat before the D-Day. We gonna give it to you. We gonna ruffle feathers. Whether on opposing sides or we stand together. But we don't swerve from the trouble, yeah, we ride the wave. Through a Rasslin Rage. 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 And now, Rasslin Rage.
And we're back. Welcome to another episode of Rasslin Rage. Thank you to everyone that is joining us tonight in the chat in there. I can see you guys there. I got you over here. I have the Yahoo. Wow, that's a long time ago, huh? Yahoo chat. Remember that? Anyways, G like gangsta. Keep it gangsta. Come on, man. That's why I ride in the G Cruiser. You didn't know that? All right. Anyways, where was I at now? You messed me all up, man. Also, thanks for watching. I got the chat up, like I was saying, and I got both. I can see Twitch and YouTube. We got a great show ahead of you. But before we get in, or ahead of us. But before we get into all that, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. When you subscribe, there's a little bell next to it. Click that bell. What that does is that notifies you when we go live, or when I go live, or when any upload, any content or whatever. Yeah, Josh, that's really old. You know, believe it or not, that's how I met my wife. Write that down. Anyways, if you scroll down to the description, you will find a few links. Most importantly is the donation link, okay? If you see... Okay, so there's this up here, and then if you see that over there. Okay, yeah. Ta-da! I should have just did that, right? But anyways, this shows the goal for today. This shows the people that have donated. So thank you to everybody up here that has donated. And then we're going to make that. Now, listen, guys. Not one person has to donate $5. I mean, it could be $1, man. You know? But we did, I want to mention, somebody donated 25 cents last week. The nice little thing right here that goes off, well, that don't work unless you do $1 or more. So FYI, John Park. Hey, John Park, nice to see you there, buddy. What do I think about, you know what? Okay, so before we get too far into things, I haven't really played it all that much because I really don't know how to play it, because this is the first time I've ever picked up a WWE 2K game. So I need some work. Got to practice. But everybody, yeah, smash that thumbs up and definitely click that donation link. You got to go in the description, because I can't do everything, man, all by myself. But what I need to do is I need to set up macros with a chat bot so that the chat bot does it on its own, like every so often. Too much stuff. As you can see, I'm behind tonight already. So, you know, down there, you can do that. And also, I was going to put this graphic up, but I just didn't have enough time to make it all work. But if you go to prowrestlingtees.com/RasslinRage, and if you, when you're checking out, let's say you want to buy a T-shirt, right? You want to buy a T-shirt, you get a T-shirt, What are they? $19.99 plus shipping and handling. If you put in the code retail, right? All capital letters. I guess it doesn't have to be capital letters, but if you put that in there, you're going to get 20% off the T-shirt, and you're going to get, with every order on the Pro Wrestling Tees website, you're going to get a free autographed 8x10 of random wrestlers. Okay, so if you haven't watched the show before, they do a subscription service for boxes, and then every box has an 8x10 autograph. Well, apparently they have a overstock, so they're going to give them away with every order, and that's this weekend exclusively. And what that is that's they're commemorating their retail shop in Chicago opened for 1 year. So they only have one location. They only have one brick and mortar, and that's in Chicago. And so the guy that founded ProWrestlingTees.com, he's from Chicago, so obviously that's why it's in Chicago. So pretty cool stuff. And you'll see that they do a lot of stuff there. So that brings us to Collector's Corner. Again, don't forget to smash that thumbs up, all right? So, Collector's Corner when we come back. All right. So, couple things. I guess I'll show off the collectibles first, then I'll do all the autographs and stuff, because that will roll into indies, you know, okay? So, let me see here. I was at work the other night, and I was just kind of like doing my thing. I had to go to the back, and while I was walking back there, I was looking at my phone, and I seen on the marketplace this guy had some wrestling stuff, and it was really cheap, and I seen what they were, so I asked him if they were available, and he got back to me, and he only wanted $35, and I was like, sold. So let's show some of them off, okay? I got them in multiple places. I forgot to hook up the other camera today too. I guess I could plug it in real quick, but then it's gonna, no. But so LGN, Macho Man, there we go. Macho Man, because I'm watching the camera, right? Okay. Hulk Hogan, those are LGNs. Now they're not in the greatest of condition. They got some wear to them, right? Okay, so these are the ones I remember when I was a kid, man, mostly. These are the ones that I used to play with. Okay, I had the Ring and all these guys. I had a bunch of them, you know. I had a lot of them, actually. But this is Macho Man. They're a little dirty, excuse me. It looks like somebody's been chewing on them. That's all right, man. It's not about that for me. It's about having it. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Okay, and I'll tell you how much I paid. I think I already told you, but I paid $35 for all these. Hold on a minute. I'm not sure who this is. If you know, put it in the chat there. He's wearing some like army fatigue. And it doesn't say. No, just LGN. No, it doesn't say who it is. They could use some touch-ups, right? Another LGN. Another dude, I don't know who it is. He's just wearing black pants and boots. He looks like he's got a bandana on. I don't know who that guy is. Okay. There's that one. And then this one is Big John Studd. I know that. It's hard to see with that stinking light. But you got to have it, you know. You got to have it. Here, let me do something real quick. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's not working. Nope, that didn't. Nope. Where are we at? Where is it? Let's try this. Nope, that ain't going to work either. That sucks. Oh, well. My bad. Can't do what I wanted to do. I guess I can do this. Hold on one second. Let me fix this light. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. There we go. We'll try that again. All right. Yeah, not as any better, really. I tried. What can I say? I tried. This is this. Yep, that's not working either. Okay, well, I apologize, guys. I'm trying. Okay, so that's not it. That's not it. We're not done yet. We're not done. So, you guys remember the thumb wrestlers, right? Hogan, there. Right? Junkyard Dog. Yeah. Okay. Check it out. I'm like a little kid right now. Another Big John stud. Hold on. Here we go. And the Iron Sheik, dude. Look at that. Yeah. Oop, sorry. What on the dude? On the LGN? No, it's black. On this guy? Oh, it's black. Okay, hold on. We got more. Hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Well, we met the goal. Thank you, Mr. Harper. Appreciate that. Or is that Melissa? That was Melissa. Thank you, Miss Melissa. Haha. All right. So we're not done yet. Guys, remember these? I don't know if you can see them. Green tights. Is that purple? Yep. Hasbro's, man. The Rockers. Marty Jannetty. HBK. Yep, Hasbro. Man, mind you, I got all this for $35, dude. Okay. Hasbro. Bushwhackers. Hasbro. This is Crush. Right? And this one is Smash. Look at that. I didn't get Axe, though. Here we go. Hasbro. Hogan. Hasbro Macho Man. Look at that, huh? Hold on. We're not done. We're still going. We're still going. Andre the Giant Hasbro. Ultimate Warrior. Now, there's different versions of Ultimate Warrior in these Hasbro sets, just like there's Hogan, and I think there's a couple Macho Mans, too. But this one's a jumper, is what they're called, where you press down and it's supposed to pop up. Looks like it's spring-loaded. They have another one where I have it up there, where he's just doing this, whatever. Yeah, and by the way, Rob left some... the retro series for me. That's pretty cool, huh? Okay. So then also, oh yeah, you thought we were done? No, we're not. The guy threw in this, right? Hogan bandana, Python Power, WWF, right? Yeah, I did. I got an awesome haul, dude. That's why as soon as I seen it for the price, I was like, dude, sold. All right, hold on. Oh, you still thought we were done. No, we're not. Oh, yeah. You remember that? Look at that. Now it needs to be restored. Needs a new sticker. The ropes need to be new ropes. But there is a place online that has all the stuff to restore these. So... for that bandit. Oh, okay. So there's that one, right? And that goes for the Hasbros. That's a Hasbro ring, right? Oh, did you think we were done? Oh, we're not. This is the last thing for this haul, anyways. Another ring. This one's the LGN ring. This is the one I had when I was a kid. Matter of fact, I got a cool story about this. Oh, it's got suction cups on the bottom too. Again, it needs the sticker. It needs to be washed up. The ropes all need to be redone, which you can get all that stuff online. You can get the sticker sets. You can get all that stuff online. No, it's not about the money. It's about the nostalgia of it, dude. I had this when I was a kid, and I'm going to tell you a story about this in 1 second. So again, $35. All that, all the Hasbros, all the LGNs, all the thumb wrestlers, both rings, $35. Oh yeah, and it's got the flag for the Hasbro ring. I forgot about that. Okay. So that was amazing, right? Okay. So the story goes, I was a kid. I don't even remember how old I was. And if you know me well enough, you know I always got a story about something, right? So anyways, the story goes, I was a kid, and it gets around Christmas, and I wasn't your best of kids. You know, I got in a lot of trouble. I did a lot of stupid stuff, paid my price. But anyways, I forget. I think my mom was sleeping, and I woke up early in the morning, and I went in. Yep, me too. And I went snooping, and I found my Christmas present, which was that ring and a bunch of the LGNs. And Cody proceeded to take the ring out of the box and all the wrestlers out of the packages and started to play with them while my parents were sleeping. And my mom, because I woke up really early, I don't remember, and my mom woke up, and boy, was my booty a little red. But yeah, that's a funny story about that one. So let me take a drink of my coffee here. So I went to Border City Wrestling. I went to their MoTown Showdown. Now, I went to the show last year, had a blast last year. And that last year, the main event was Eli Drake, Johnny Impact versus Alberto El Patron for the Impact Heavyweight title. Petey Williams was there. Who else? Jimmy Jacobs. Let me see. Laurel Van Ness, Sienna. Man, there was a bunch of them. There was another one too, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, so I went again this year. I got tickets. I had first row. I'll talk about that. I'm going to talk about that, and then we'll go into indies. But we're going to show off all the swag. So, as you know, Border City Wrestling is owned by Scott D'Amore. Scott D'Amore is the executive vice president of Impact Wrestling. So you get a lot of Impact guys. Now, Jimmy Jacobs was there, but he didn't wrestle. I seen him walking around. And DBA was there, of course, and I seen Shogun, so that was good too. I seen a bunch of guys. But anyway, so first of all, I met Sami Callihan, dude. What an amazing person. Guy is really nice, even though he's the bad guy on TV, he's a really nice guy, interacts with his fans, really nice. I'm telling you, he talked to me and was very genuine, you know what I mean? Like, we were talking about his match from the previous night because the 25th anniversary of Border City Wrestling went down in Windsor, and there was a really good show over there at the Sarnia, or was it the St. Clair Community, or not Community College, it's something like that, St. Sarnia Community College or something like that. But anyways, they had a event over there, and he had a match. He was partnered up with OVE, the Chris brothers, against which they call the BCW originals or whatever, Chris Sabin, Petey Williams, and Tyson Ducks, who are all wrestled for BCW. And I said, man, I wish I could have made it last night. He's like, man, that match was sick. And he just started talking to me, and we just had a really good wrestling conversation. There's only been one other person that I've met that I've had a conversation like that with, and that's Buff Bagwell. I've had a really great conversation with Buff Bagwell a few times now that I've met him, and every time I see him, he's just a genuine person. It's not the here, shake your hand, sign your stuff, and on you go. It's he genuinely interacts with you, and Sami Callihan does the same thing, and I really enjoy that when I've met a lot of wrestlers, as you can see, because you can't even see the whole wall, but if you check that video out, there's a video up on my YouTube that you can check out of the whole wall and everything that's up here and up on the shelves and all that stuff, and I've met a lot of people. Now I got to put more stuff up, so I'm going to have to find more room. Oh, boy. How are we going to do that, right? But anyways, I've met a lot of guys, and generally speaking, not all of them are the most kosher people to talk to. he's just, I've told you guys about the first time I met Ric Flair. Generally wasn't a great experience for me. As I got a little bit older and started to learn a bit more about everything, I realized that I met Ric Flair in character. I didn't meet Ric Flair, So in that sense, I had to, I reevaluated it. But still, I've never had that genuine experience as I had with Buff until now when I met Sami Callihan. So if Sami Callihan's on any card and you have the opportunity to go to that show, please do so. It sounds like my kid's losing it upstairs. Anyways, so let's show off some autographs, huh? Okay, so first, again, we were talking about Sami Callihan, right? Got that one. Sami Callihan, okay? Again, another cool story, Tommy Dreamer. He's the first one when you walk in the door. Now, listen, you get a front row. If you get the first 3 rows, you were VIP, whatever. So VIP, the doors open at, 5. Doors open at 5. And then they single file you, put you through this line that goes through to meet all the people, right, that are out and signing autographs and what have you. And so anyways, he's one of the first people that I met was Tommy Dreamer that day. And man, let me tell you, he's another cool dude too. But he really interacted with the kids. There was a little kid in front of me who, matter of fact, I met at Legends of Wrestling show. And that's one of these things about these shows. You go to all these different shows and you see a lot of the same people when you go. So there's like 3 or 4 dudes I see every show I go to, everyone. And we interact. I don't even remember their names, but we always interact. Wow. My kid's throwing a fit. You hear that? So anyways, then we have Eli Drake. Let me speak to you. All right. He's let me talk to you. That's what it is. Let me talk to you. And he kind of does almost a Stone Cold what thing. And he goes, yeah, and everybody goes, yeah. Pretty cool though. He's a pretty cool guy. Cody Hawk, right? Okay. Then Moose, who, by the way, is heel now. I didn't know that. I haven't been keeping up on Impact. I used to watch it all the time. But he's a heel now. He's aligned himself with Austin Aries. And that was the main event was this guy, Moose, versus Johnny Impact. And he was, tuning up Impact further because Impact and Aries are going to go at it, I think it's tomorrow. Tomorrow at Bound for Glory. Or maybe Sunday. I don't know. I can't remember. And then on this, you can't really tell, but this one's got D'Lo Brown on it. He was there. He was signing for free, so I didn't have anything for him to sign, so I went and found one of these and had him sign this. So there's that. Okay, and then so they had an Impact table with nothing but Impact stuff. You can buy Impact official merchandise, bags, T-shirts, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Well, I went up there just to check it out. Eddie Edwards was up there, and so I met Eddie Edwards, got a picture with Eddie Edwards. I didn't have anything for him to sign. Oops, whatever. But, excuse me. So, I seen this. See all those autographs on there? That's from Slammiversary, man. It's got Austin Aries, man, Homicide, Hernandez. Looks like what's his name? Pentagon Jr. Madison Rain, Ortiz. Who's that? There's Sami Callihan. I can't tell who these are. Quick. Sue Young. Doesn't look like it's got Johnny Impact on it, though. But there's a bunch of them on here. That's pretty cool. $20 for that, man. So I was like, sold. Right? Got that. And then, so I'm leaving. And people were pulling these event flyers off the wall. and they were having people sign them and stuff. But there wasn't many. But when I was walking around, I seen one on the wall, and I asked the security guard, I'm like, dude, can I take that off the wall? And he was like, sure. So it's, you know, it's a little torn, but that don't matter to me. It was about the being there, right? So I got this to go along with all the B.W.C.W. ones I got, and I got a few Wrestle Circus ones, and I got a couple different ones. I see there's a lot of guys like that collect the old ones, you know, like I know Andrew has a bunch, you know, he's got signed, and they were some of them that he has signed were like events that he was booked on, so that's pretty cool. So I got that. If you didn't know, that was streamed live on Twitch, so that was pretty cool. And then one last thing, this isn't something I picked up, but this is something that a guy I work with gave me. He was like, "Oh, you like wrestling?" Blah blah blah. So he brought this to me. Now this is gonna take me a minute, but it's almost like metal. Hear that? It's almost like a metal PS3 WWE All-Stars game. That's pretty sweet, dude. Only thing that sucks is you wouldn't be able to get all these autographs because he's passed away. Yeah, but pretty cool stuff, man. So that was given to me. Definitely cool stuff. Yeah, I'd have liked to have met Piper too, man. Most definitely. Okay, so that's all I got for Collector's Corner. That was a huge Collector's Corner, wasn't it? That's why I was so psyched about showing this stuff off. That was an amazing deal. Amazing deal. And I got something else on the way. But yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so we are going to talk about indies. So when we come back, we're going to talk about B.W.C.W. Fatal Error. We're going to talk about XICW at the Kobo. We got, there's another one, B.C.W.A., which, by the way, Weaponized Alex Weir has been announced. So he's coming up, right? He's going to be in the next show or something like that. So here we go. We're going to talk about indies. Boom. All right, cool. All right, so we talk about some indies, right? All right, well, first of all, let's talk about Blue Water Championship Wrestling's Fatal Error. Okay, October 20th at the American Legion, downtown Port Huron, Michigan. Tickets are $20 a piece. Congo Kong, Crazy Steve, Brian Pillman Jr. will also be there. And recently announced Aaron O'Ryan. We talked about this, and he was on Raw, so that's amazing. He was just on Raw on Monday. He wasn't named as an Aaron O'Ryan, but that's okay. He was there. He was on Raw. We got video proof, okay? Also, MM3 is going to be there. And I have, all the matches have been announced. I know this because I did all the graphic for it. Let me get this set up. We're going to talk about the matches. What do you think about that, guys? What do you think? I know you guys, most of you guys follow BWCW. Go ahead, start throwing it in there. I know there's a little bit of a delay between us, but let's talk about it. Which ones are you looking forward to? And when we talk about it, who do you got, right? Who do you got? Let's write it all down, and we'll see who knows what. So let me get this ready here. What do you got there? Cyrus will be there. Yes, he will. Not yet. You just wait. You got to hold on. Okay, hold on. All right. Man, you guys are so impatient. I tell you. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. There we go. All right, so here we go. We got Fatal Error. Okay, we already talked about that. Look at who made the flyer. Blake, right? Blake. All right. Crazy Steve. Now, remember, guys, this is going to be live and streaming. Now, I'm not sure. I talked to him today, but I'm not sure. I think they're doing YouTube, or they're doing Facebook, or they're doing both. I can't remember. I know it's not as easy as everybody thinks to do Facebook and YouTube at the same time. It's much easier to do Twitch and YouTube at the same time without using multiple encoders. But definitely check that out. You can get your tickets at B.W.C.W Stars, right? Facebook, all kinds of good stuff. You can go to PKSA and you can get it too, okay? All right, so first matchup we got here is we have, I don't know how to say that, so somebody, Laterno, is that how you say it? Samantha Laterno, all right? Samantha, this is the first time I've seen her in BWCW against the Extreme Bombshell title holder Shauna Reed, all right? Shauna Reed's taking on Samantha Laterno. This should be an interesting match. Now, I don't know much about Samantha Laterno, so if anybody in there knows anything about this young lady, please go ahead and put that in the chat, because I'm not very familiar with her. Now, I have seen Shauna wrestle several times, and she's also a member of the 5 Most Wanted, so why don't we all just go ahead and do this one time. Hold on a second. Let me roll through here for a second. We need to throw it up, and we need to throw it down. Okay, so now back to what we were doing. Back to our previous scheduled programming. Oh, all right. Keep it G. All right, so there's that match, right? Okay, boom, boom, boom. Ooh, here we go. Twinkie Power takes on Roach. Roach. Now, that's going to be a heck of a matchup. Twinkie Power is going to have their hands full for sure. If you missed the show 2 weeks ago, you know, CrossFit Clooney there, he joined us and he showed off some of his collection. So if you haven't checked that out, please check it out. Go on there. You can go to R2 YouTube. You're, you know, if you're not, some of you may be watching through Facebook. So, you know, not on a Facebook, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe you click the link on Facebook to watch. So if you don't, you can go to YouTube at r2youtube.com and check that out and look it up. It'll be on there. Rob Clooney joins us, right? All right, so this should be an interesting matchup. I need to get a new Twinkie box. I need to get a circa 2018 signed by both Twinkie Power here, okay? And I seen something online today. It looks like they have a new member of Twinkie Power. Now, I'm not sure if that member is going to be here, but that's something that I seen on Mr. Fitness was talking about. So definitely going to want to check that out and see if that new member joins to kind of help out against Roach here. And the fans bring the weapons. This is going to be an amazing thing. Guys, in the chat, what weapons are you bringing? Let's see what we got. But we have our boy, Billy Ray Daniels. Now, if you don't know, Billy Ray Daniels was the first ever guest on Rasslin Rage. So, you know who we're by. You know who we're sticking by. We're Billy Ray Daniels all the way. Okay, and he's got this thing now. I'll drink to that, and I'll definitely drink to that, but I don't have any liquor. I have some coffee, so I'll drink to that, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody take a drink. Okay, so the fans bring the weapons. Okay, so Josh Harper says, I'm bringing some friends, and I told them 2 rules are you have to be loud, and you can't root for Twinkie Power. Oh, no. Are you bringing Mike again? If that'd be interesting. Mike and I go back a little bit. We used to work together at Collins and Aikman. Good stuff. Connor's bringing the tax. Now, that's good. Now, we talked to Rob Clooney about this last week. Josh, as a matter of fact, Josh was in the chat last week, and he asked Rob Clooney at what he would bring. And Rob Clooney stated that he likes things that blow up. Now, he's not talking explosives, but we're talking like a keyboard with keys and you hit somebody and the keys go everywhere. Something like that. That would be amazing. I've always been a fan of the good old chair. I've always been a fan of the good old chair. However, I'm a fan of the stapler. I want to bring a stapler. And I'm not talking just any ordinary stapler. I'm talking, let's see here. We're talking not like like a paper stapler. We're talking like almost like a carpet stapler. Not one that has to be plugged in, but one that's like almost like You could really do like a tack hammer, like a stapler that you use for like, your tar paper on a roof, your slap hammer. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, that'd be a good one too, right? Okay, tacks. Yeah, this is a street fight, ma'am. This is a street fight. This is legit. All right, legit. If we can have midgets staple dollar or $5 bills or whatever they were to their tongue, we can have thumbtacks. It's going down. It's going down in Port Huron for the fans. Bring the weapons. Blue Water Street Fight. PBR Levi Blue. I don't know if anybody in this area is going to be on that guy's side. I'm bringing the ocean. You are. There's a lot of motion in that ocean. All right. So here we go. And here we go. Look at this. The Killmongers, MM3 and Blake take on the Death Threat Army, Alex Weir and Jack Price. Now, you're going to see a common theme throughout a lot of these pictures, and we're going to talk about that too. But, again, I have never seen Jack Price wrestle. I've seen him on, YouTube and Facebook posts and different things, but I've never actually seen him live and in person. So I'm pretty excited about that one. And not only that, I get to see him team up with Alex. So that's pretty sweet. And this is going to be a good high-flying match because all these guys are great wrestlers, and like I said, I haven't actually seen it live, but I've seen Jack Price's videos, and this is amazing. All right. Oh yes, Dan, this is a stacked card. I was just telling the executives over there, Blue Water Championship Wrestling, I'm really stoked, and this is hype. This is going to be hot. This is going to be hot right here. All right. We got hot. This is going to be amazing. Okay. And then what? Here we go. We got another match, another Extreme Bombshells match. So 5MW, Shauna Reed, she has to defend the title twice. And this time, she has to go against Jody Threat. And she's a formidable opponent. She can throw down with the best of them. And there's definitely going to be some good old-fashioned women's wrestling going on here because these two are going to throw down, and it's not going to be pretty. So maybe there'll be blood. Who knows? All right. So for the title, she's got to defend twice. Hopefully she can get out of this one. And then look at this. The the Trinity Tri-City Wrestling Heavyweight Title Rematch. So if you didn't know, last weekend, Tri-City had an event, and this gentleman right here, Aaron Orion, won the title, and he went against James Alexander. So they're going to rematch for the Tri-City title at the Blue Water Championship show. Now that belt that James Alexander there is holding, that's why he's one half of the tag team champions for Blue Water Championship Wrestling. So this ought to be a great match. Both of these guys are good. I've seen Aaron Orion on a couple different occasions, and I have never left wanting. I'm always wanting more because he is so good. And he was just on Raw, so that's going to be something. All right. And then Decay's Crazy Steve and Main Event Justin Maine take on each other for the Blue Water Championship Heavyweight title match. Now, that's going to be amazing, all right? So, hold on a minute. And then, I got to do this. Let me go back to here. There we go. Too many buttons, man. Too many buttons. Yeah, I don't want you to see what I'm doing. So, anyways, good stuff, right? Definitely good stuff. Now, and our boy, who's been on the show numerous occasions, right? Numerous occasions. Here, let me do this. I can't do it. It won't let me. That sucks. Hold on a minute. Cyrus Satine returns to Blue Water Championship Wrestling. Now, the last time we seen Cyrus Satine was after he defeated Weaponized Alex Weir. Okay, you got to save the best for last, sir. He defeated Alex Weir for the Rising Star Championship. Threw the title down and said he quit. And he left. He was gone. Never to be seen again until October 20th. He returns to face. Who's he facing? Who does he facing? Brian Pillman Jr. for the Rising Star title. I thought he was gone. Now he's back. He's like Batman, Houdini, David Copperfield, pulling tricks. 1 minute he's there, next minute he's gone, now he's back again. Who do you got, ladies and gentlemen? Who do you got? You got Cyrus 18, or do you have Brian Pillman Jr.? I have Cyrus 18. There is a lot of saltiness going on over here. A lot of saltiness. Not for me, of course. Now, hold on a minute. See that? Right there, man. That's a piece of Blue Water Championship and Cyrus 18 history. Right there. Okay? This is the table. That's a piece of it. Nice big piece, too. That sits right there. Don't go anywhere. We got a couple Cyrus. Cyrus. Definitely going to be hot. Who's got who? Who do you got? I want to know. Hell yeah, that's the best, Cody. Yeah, you like that. Let's not forget, B.W.C.W presents Tag Your It, October 27th in Wyandotte, Michigan, at the Copeland Center. This is the first round of a tag team tournament with 8 teams participating. Tickets can be purchased at their website at www.gobcwa.com/events. $25 for VIP, which gets you early entry with meet and greet, and $10 for GA. Kids 12 and under get in for free and get a special Halloween treat. The show starts at 6. Make sure to wear your favorite costumes because there's a contest. All right, definitely going to be a good time. You missed a match. Which one? Cyrus say who? I already talked about Cyrus. It's the only match. Only matches. Oh yeah, I did the tag team match. I apologize. I thought it was on there. Huh? No, it's not there. I wonder why I did that. Okay, so I apologize. We have a tag team matchup of, let's see here. We have Congo Kong, DRH against, no, I already did that one. And Sean and Cody of 5MW. I did miss that match, and I don't know why I don't have that picture in there. That doesn't make sense. My bad. I wanted to save Cyrus for last because I knew he would be here. But I think he left. Oh, there he is. No, I don't even have a basement. Oh, I apologize. Can you have a basement out there? Isn't the water level too high or something down that way? What am I looking for here? Yeah, so we have Cody and Sean Casey, Cody Hawk, Sean Casey, 5MW going against DRH, Devil's Right Hand, and Congo Kong. I must have missed that picture for some reason. I don't know why. My bad. I was up really late finishing all that stuff up too. Let me see here. We'll show that picture off. And we'll show Cyrus off too. I just really wanted to talk about it more than show it off. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Here, I'll just do this real quick so you can see. Bam. So there we go. There's the graphic for that one. Good stuff right there. So again, Sean Casey and Cody Hawk of 5MW take on Congo Kong, who's from Impact Wrestling Star. You guys, I swear, you're horrible. And DRH, Devil's Right Hand. And let's go back here so I don't show everything. You're going to see conversations, and I don't want you to see that. All right, so You know, got to keep it G, right? Keep it G. There it is. Good. All right. And then here we go with the next one. Boom. Bam. Just like that. All right. Now, you know, I really like Cyrus's gear. What do you mean you're losing your... Yeah, I'm laughing right now. Okay. All right. Anyways, Aquabro, Cyrus 18 versus the son of the loose cannon, Brian Pillman Jr. for the Rising Star Championship. I'm just happy that he's coming back. That's what I'm happy about. I mean, I know he ain't coming back for good, but it's still going to be good to see the guy. You know what I mean? We get to watch all of his matches online, you know. If he was on the pay-per-view and all that good stuff, and he's on every Wednesday, he wrestles, and we get to see, because his buddies down there post all the videos, and we get to see him, and we get to see the growth. You know, I really wish there was a mini-series. That's what you should do. You should have a mini-series on YouTube. You know, Cyrus's journey, because he leaves here, he's lived the podunk, goes somewhere else to venture in a new journey. That's pretty awesome stuff. Definitely. All right, so let's go back to here. It's people like that truly inspire others around them, you know, because they take risks, they take chances, you know, and there's the saying always goes, no risk, no reward. You know, people give up a lot of things to pursue their dreams, and that's very honorable in my book. So also on October 27th, Metro Pro, it's called a fish shot, yeah, amen. Also October 27th, Metro Pro Wrestling presents Fight Night in Southgate, Michigan. Doors open at 7 with a bell time of 7:30. Bada bing, bada boom. Now that's all I got for the indies today, and it's time to talk all the rage, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we talk about all the news in professional wrestling. Not all of it, but some of it. The ones that we like to talk about, right? We got to cherry pick the stuff. All right. So WWE has officially announced Rey Mysterio will return. We talked about this a couple episodes. We talked about Rey Mysterio coming back. We just didn't know when. Well, he's coming back. SmackDown's 1000th episode on October 16th. He'll be in a match against Shinsuke Nakamura in a World Cup tournament qualifying match. It'll be the first time in 4 years since he's appeared on SmackDown. So that's pretty good stuff. I've always enjoyed... yeah, XICW, I know. But I'm running out of time, buddy. So WWE, you know, it's been a while since we've seen him. And I've always been a big fan of Rey Mysterio. I got the opportunity to see him live at a house show at the Joe years ago when he took on Rikishi. So that was pretty cool, and I'm happy to see him back. Now, I know he's only on a 2-year contract, so who knows where he'll end up after that. And if I'm not mistaken, he now owns an independent out of Mexico. I could be wrong. But it also has been announced that The Undertaker will be appearing on the same episode. Seems like a lot of these guys are coming back to do these special episodes. Since we're on the subject, there's been a lot of rumors floating around about the possibility that the great one, The Rock, returns for the episode, and that he could also be returning for the Crown Jewel event, which is in the pay-per-view that's going to take place in Saudi Arabia. And we're going to talk a little bit more here about that in a minute. But a lot of things happening in the WWE, and we're going to talk all about it. But 1,000 episodes, that's a pretty big deal. Pretty soon that's going to switch to Fox come next year. I think it's February of 2019. Definitely cool stuff. Now, Chris Jericho, one of the most amazing guys in wrestling today. He made another surprise appearance at New Japan at their recent pay-per-view event. And there was no indication that he was going to be there. There was no nothing. Nobody. There was no dirt sheet stuff. There was none of that. And to me, that's amazing stuff in today's wrestling, because with the internet, there's a lot of, you know, hearsay. A lot of this is going on. This is going on. A lot of people making claims, and it kind of spoils it. You know what I mean? It kind of spoils it if you're trying to watch. Like, you know, I know a lot of the inside people for, you know, some indies, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything. I want to go to the show and I want to have a good time. I want to enjoy the show. I want to enjoy it for exactly what it is. Okay. So I really think that that's the way it needs to be done. And that's amazing to me. And the reaction that you get that he gets and other people get when nobody knows is amazing. But, you know, a fan, speaking of Jericho, a fan recently tweeted to Jericho that he should compete in the Crown Jewel event. You know, a lot of things about Crown Jewel, a lot of people supposedly coming back. And he replied simply with, "No thanks." That's it. No thanks. He's set to appear at the New Japan's Power Struggle and is rumored to going to be at the Wrestle Kingdom 13. There's also many rumors he will be appearing in Impact Wrestling as well, because he's really good friends with Don Callis, and Don Callis there's a lot of things going on there where he's supposedly going to be done with New Japan and he's going to be doing Impact only now. But talking about the Crown Jewel, and I seen you guys were talking about it in the chat there a little bit, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the Crown Jewel event. There's always going to be backlash because of the country's stance on women, but this is something entirely different. A Washington Post journalist has gone missing within the country of Saudi Arabia, and the Turkish officials are reporting he's been murdered. And there's a lot of hearsay, or I wouldn't call it hearsay, but there's a lot of speculation and this, that, and another thing is that the government was behind it, because he must have discovered something and what have you. So because of that, some senators have reached out to WWE and are trying to sway them from having the event. You know, here's the deal with... I don't want politics in my wrestling. Does that make sense? I don't want politics in my wrestling. Now, I know there's politics when it comes inside of it, of wrestling, you know, like what goes on behind closed doors. But when I say I'm talking government. I don't want my government to have anything to do with my wrestling. Leave me alone, please. Let me just enjoy my wrestling. All right? Shut up and let me enjoy my wrestling. Thank you. Have a nice day. Okay, so CM Punk has recently tweeted out, friendly reminder to everyone, don't be a stalker. Thank you. So there's been no follow-up. He's not really, I'm not sure they can. Dan Beal says, can WWE afford to break that contract right now? Probably not, considering they've lost $1.24 billion of stock. But anyways, CM Punk has been recently tweeted out, friendly reminder to everyone, don't be a stalker. So there's been no follow-up. He doesn't really do a lot of social media, but many people are speculating that he's dealing with a stalker, obviously, right? But that's not uncommon for wrestling, and I'm not saying that he should have to deal with that, but he hasn't been part of professional wrestling in several years, and there's absolutely no reason why. I'm not saying there's no reason why, but he's still dealing with crazy fans. That's just insane to me. Like, leave him the dude alone, man. You know, if he doesn't want to come back to wrestling, he ain't coming back to wrestling. Jeez, oh, peace, right? So the Bullet Club, we had a lot of stuff. The Bullet Club is in what is being called a civil war with the Guerrillas of Destiny, who are OGs. They're calling themselves the Bullet Club OGs. And they have recently added 4 new members. The group added Robbie Eagles, Jado, Guido, and Switchblade Jay White. Sweet stuff there, huh? Jay White. If you didn't watch Raw or paid attention to the internet, the Bellas and Bobby Lashley turned heel. The Bellas turned on Ronda Rousey, and Lashley beat the tarnations out of Kevin Owens, reportedly injuring his knee. The reports are coming from WWE that he's going to be out anywhere from 4 to 8 months. At least that's what's being reported. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. Everyone's favorite diva, well, the first diva or whatever she calls herself, yeah, I said it, Sunny has been released from jail on parole. She spent 8 months behind bars. She was being held based on prior charges for a DUI and fleeing the scene of an accident. She also released a tweet earlier the other day. I don't know what it said because I don't pay attention to that crap. But anyways, it's being reported Chelsea Green, formerly known as Laurel Van Ness, in Impact, has signed with WWE and has reported to the WWE Performance Center. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know because I can't confirm it quite yet. I need to get with some sources down in Florida and we'll figure it out. Access TV announced the premiere date for WOW, Women of Wrestling, Friday, January 18th. WOW will join already successful lineup on Friday that includes New Japan. So if I can't think of the guy's name, but he's on Shark Tank. Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it. But he's part owner of Access TV, and you know he's trying to bring wrestling. He's trying to get an alternative to WWE, and he's got New Japan on there, which are their replays, but whatever, who cares, right? And then so they're going to roll it in Friday, and it's going to be, it looks like they're trying to make a Friday wrestling day, which would be sweet, right? Dan Beals, I used to really like WOW back in the day. Awesome. So, anyways, WWE, we talked about this a minute ago, WWE stock has taken a major hit. As of yesterday, the stock fell from a record high of $91 to $82.68. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, right, when you think about it from dollars and cents. But when you think about it on overall stock, okay, we're talking $1.25 billion in market capitalization. Gone, right? Gone. And other analysts are saying that it could drop down to as low as $60 because that's what all the analysts believe is a fair market price for their stock. So it gained a bunch. It gained a bunch from the deal with Saudi Arabia, the deal with Fox, and now there's no other progression because nothing else is happening. Now it's starting to flatline and then eventually go down. So no one really in the financial investment business is saying that you should be investing in WWE right now. Matter of fact, it sounds like people are selling, and that's why it's starting to go down, right? And there's not as much of a demand for their stock. But it almost makes you wonder, because if you remember Mark Cuban, thank you. It almost makes you wonder back when we talked about after the stock flew up, it went way up, and then all of a sudden major executives like Stephanie McMahon and Triple H started selling off stocks. So it almost makes you wonder if there was some inside trading information going on there. Hey, I'll call it like I see it, and that's just what I'm saying. But this also could have something to do with some backlash from Saudi Arabia. Maybe some investors are, kind of like, hey, screw you. We're not going to invest in your company because of your interaction with Saudi Arabia. Because in the reports from everything that's going on with Saudi Arabia, major investors have pulled out of deals because of what's going on over there right now. So this could also be part of that. I don't know. I don't work on Wall Street, but that's just me speculating. Okay, and there's no confirmed source on that. That's just me. WWE has announced NXT UK will premiere next Wednesday at 8 p.m. We can get together, pull our money together to get enough stock to get into meetings and force them to drop the PG. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? According to many reports, Punishment Martinez, formerly of Ring of Honor, has signed with WWE and will be reporting to the NXT brand and Performance Center very soon. I don't know. Nasser says don't trust the Saudis. That's awesome. Punishment Martinez, I'm not sure if anybody, you guys out there may be familiar with him, and some of you might not. He was in Ring of Honor, and he was a champ at one time. I think he was a United States champion. But anyways, I'm not really sold on that guy. Yeah, he's got size, and he's got a look, but really not sold on that way. The way he moves reminds me of like the Great Khali, really stiff movement. And I don't know. I don't know. I like more movement. You know, that's just what I'm saying. So I don't know. Maybe he gets in NXT and Triple H and all those guys down there in the Performance Center. You know, do something with them. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not sold yet. Well, that's just my opinion, though. All right, so take it for what it is. An article from several sources says that Impact is moving to a 10 o'clock time slot on Pop TV. So next week, they're going to play at its normal time of 8 o'clock, and then there will be a replay at 10, and that's to transition the normal viewers to start watching at 10 instead of 8. How well it's going to work, I don't know. Usually, a 10 o'clock time slot isn't a great time because that's not a hot spot for watching TV, as a lot of people go to bed around that time. It's notable that Impact's deal is up with Pop at the end of the year. And the articles that I was reading is based on what's going on is that their ratings are down. You know, they're averaging under 200,000 viewers, right? And so, and Impact was one of their highest watched shows on the network. And so when we're talking ad dollars, Pop could make more money off of syndicated TV shows that they own the rights to, or movies that they own the right to show on their network. And when they do that, they don't have to pay anybody else for the ads. So let's say, you know, somebody wants to run an ad at the 8 o'clock time slot, let's say at 8:10, Pop will get 100% of the proceeds from that, or the profits from that, rather than having to pay it out 50-50 or whatever their deal is with Impact. So, and when you go to a 10 o'clock time slot, those ads aren't worth as much. So there's a lot in that. Yeah, and I don't like the move either. But you know what I do like is maybe they start pushing people to their streaming service. And when they push those people to the streaming service, maybe they could start doing something along the lines that WWE Network does. Because here's the deal: you look at the two different products, okay, and you look at it from like when you look at WWE Network and you look at what is it called, Global Wrestling Network or something like that, right? Okay, that's Impact's deal. And when you look at those two different things, you're getting way more bang for your buck out of the WWE Network, right? Because all the content, not only are you getting the pay-per-views every month for for your $10 a month, but you're also getting all this additional content, right? Now, granted, you don't get Raw and SmackDown on there, but you got all these WWE original content. You got all the past Raws and SmackDowns. Like I went back and I found the SmackDown that I went to in like 2007 or something like that, and actually went and found myself in the crowd. That's pretty cool. But then you got all the old pay-per-views, and you got all these other shows and all these documentaries, and if you really go through the WWE Network and look at all the content, there is a lot of stuff on there that you could watch. You could spend days watching the stuff on there, and there's a lot of cool original content on there again. Then you look at Global Wrestling Network. There's a lot of past stuff, but they don't have their pay-per-views on there like past stuff, but they don't show it live. You got to go to Fite TV and pay $39.99 for a pay-per-view. Okay, well, if I can pay $10 for WWE Network and watch WWE, or am I going to pay $10 for Global Wrestling Network and only get to watch whatever is there, where I can watch all this stuff and only some stuff? I like Impact's pay-per-views, and I've watched quite a few of them, but I would rather pay the $10 a month to Global Wrestling Network and watch a pay-per-view for my $10 a month than paying $39.99. You know what I mean? So that's just my take on it. If you're not doing what the top competitors are already doing, you're already behind, and they're already behind. So they need to get caught up. And do they have the capital to do it? I don't know. I don't know if they can. Can they do small time? Absolutely. Can they, remember when TNA first came around? TNA was a pay-per-view, a pay-per-view only company at one time, right? They did a pay-per-view every week, right? And they were cheap, but that's how they started. That's how they gained capital. Well, maybe they need to start thinking about something like that again and not doing, you know, $39.99 or $49.99. Maybe we need to do $14.99 for a pay-per-view. That seems more reasonable, especially when you have ROH that's charging $14.99 for small pay-per-views. And, you know, and if it's a big pay-per-view, it's $29.99. But regardless, ROH, in my opinion, is a better product than Impact. That's my opinion, though. So I'd rather play for the Honor Club than I would the Global Wrestling Network. That's just my personal opinion. All right, so that's the end of All the Rage. It's time for legit wrestling questions, ladies and gentlemen. Get them ready, because we got it. Here it is. Legit wrestling questions. Okay, dokie, smoky. Here we go. Legit wrestling questions, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, again, if you go down to the description or the website or anything, you can go. Again, remember, 20% off. 20% off, right? You can go to prowrestlingtees.com/wrestlingrage. Rasslin Rage, right? With an R, no W. RASSLIN, Rage. Okay? You go in there, you get your size of the t-shirt you want. And when you're going to check out, you put in the promo code RETAIL, right? RETAIL. You put that in there, you're going to get 20% off, and you're also going to get a free 8x10. You're going to get a signed, autographed 8x10 by a random wrestler. Okay, they have overstock for their crates, and they're going to give that to you. So, dude, if you wanted a t-shirt, now's the time to buy it, because not only are you going to get a Rasslin Rage t-shirt, but you're also, and you're going to get 20% off, but you're also going to get a signed 8x10. That's awesome sauce right there. So get that going. So I see some questions coming in. So let's check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. I do agree with the difference in the two when it comes to streaming. Have we been able to confirm or deny that WWE bought old TNA Impact video? No, I have not been able to confirm that. There has been no confirmation on that. And if they did, what happens to their network then, right? Because then WWE owns the right to that, unless they gave permission for them to show the stuff. You know, maybe they merged the network. Oh boy, here we go. Right? Do you think that is a good or bad for business with Paul Heyman announcing Brock was going to UFC and WWE at the same time? That is a great question. And I've had an opinion on this for a while. So Brock goes to UFC, right? Okay, now this is going to suck because it's going to be kind of like breaking kayfabe, and I hate to do that, but let's think about it from a story. Think about it from a story, in my opinion. Okay, again, this is all my opinion. So you think about it in an aspect of a story. Brock Lesnar goes off and fights in the UFC. Now, hypothetically speaking, because it hasn't happened yet, because we all know who he's going to fight. He's going to fight the heavyweight champ, Daniel Cormier, right? What if he loses? He loses to Daniel Cormier, and then how bad is the Beast incarnated when he comes back to WWE after losing to the UFC heavyweight champion? Seriously. How believable is it that he's still the Beast? It's not. It's not. He lost his credibility as the Beast incarnate. That's my opinion. I can't believe that he can go into a match and be the bad guy, the biggest, baddest dude. Not against Strowman, right? Strowman throws Brock Lesnar around like a sack of potatoes. There's absolutely zero reason why Brock Lesnar should beat Braun Strowman. It's not believable at all. From this point on, ever since I seen Braun Strowman throw Brock Lesnar like a sack of potatoes, I no longer believe that Brock Lesnar can beat Braun Strowman. That's just me. However, yeah, I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea that they allowed that to happen, because I think, does it work to make him more of a bad guy? Absolutely. But does it make it believable that he's the Beast incarnate? No. Not if he loses. Now, if he goes in there and he smokes Daniel Cormier, which I don't really think is going to happen, I think it'll be a good fight. But Brock's been out of the ring so long, it's unreal. And we all know what Brock does when he gets hit. He runs. He runs. Everybody's ever fought, he run. just because he looks mean doesn't mean that he is. It's all about that fight or flight. You know, he gets hit, he runs. He don't stand and fight. He runs. The dude's a wrestler. He's a grappler. That's what he learned his entire life. He didn't learn how to get punched. He learned how to throw people around. And, you know, he's a national champion for University of Minnesota. That's my opinion on that one. Preach, brother, preach. What did you think of the Triple H versus Taker match? Do you really believe that with it being the last meeting, Trips was going to let Taker go over? Well, the match is being used to build another match, right? We got the brother, or what is it? The Brothers of Destruction or whatever they are were right. So you got Taker and Kane are coming back together. You got Triple H and Shawn Michaels back together. DX is back together. It's this nostalgia thing. I don't know what's going on in professional wrestling right now where WWE thinks that they have to bring in all these old dudes to get their stuff going. I don't understand it. There's plenty of places out there doing it with Youngblood. You know what I mean? There's plenty of it. You know, ROH. Impact. I don't really understand. But, you know, granted, I've never been, listen, I like Undertaker. I really do. But for me, it's not doing anything to his character. It's only tarnishing it. And it's time. That's my opinion. It's time. And I know that he's going to be the one that ultimately makes that decision, you know, but in my opinion, you know, it's like when you have a hero, and any hero, right? You know, it could be your comic book hero, it could be your dad, it could be your grandfather, it could be anybody. And when your hero does something that doesn't make you believe that they're that indestructible that you've always had in your head, it does something to you. And when it comes to story and character-driven things, this does something. You know, losing to Brock, losing to Roman. Stupid. All right. The Brock thing, I got it if he retired. The Roman thing, I kind of get it if he retired. But you're destroying storylines that you've built, and I don't understand why they do it. And that's just my opinion. So I believe that something different's gonna happen at this. Was it Crown Jewel when they do the tag match? Let's see. How do you think the city where Kane is, mayor feels about him going and doing this event? Well, I read an article actually about that. The money that he's getting paid he's not actually getting paid. The money's going to his city. So WWE is donating his salary to the city in which he's the mayor of. Imagine that, huh? So I don't know how they would take that. You know, some people might, depending on what side of the ticket he's on, or what side of the river, whatever, you know, political divide, we'll call it. I'm sure one side will see it different than the other. And you're going to get that no matter what. That's why I hate politics being in wrestling. Politics don't deserve to be in wrestling. Politics suck. But anyways, it reminds me of when they used Flair past his days. Definitely. And then he went over to TNA, you know, and still did more. All right, so that's about it, guys. Listen, I apologize again. I ran, you know, couldn't get the show going in time, and that's my fault. And not going to make excuses. I'm just going to tell you I'm sorry, and I'm going to work better to not have it happen again. So thanks for joining us this week, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad that I got to show you guys all the cool stuff that I picked up. And definitely check it out. I'm going to do a better job of trying to upload some more. As you can see, I've been uploading, you know, a little bit more. So, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, uploading some more videos. So, you know, hey, if you guys have any ideas of things that you might want to see a video of me doing, you know, post it. Send me a message or what have you. I'll you know, definitely think about it. Maybe, hey, if you want to come and guest host, send me a message. I'll hook you up. I got an extra chair. Come on in, guest host the show with me, man. We'll talk some wrestling, Mr. Beals. you know, Mr. Weir, all you guys, you know, Alex, Cyrus, anybody wants to come on in, man, come on in. We'll do a show together. You know, and maybe you don't have to be here either. We can do it through Hangouts or Skype or whatever you want. So if you're down in Florida, wink, wink, you can do it that way too. Definitely good stuff. Don't forget donation link. You know, ProWrestlingTees.com/Rasslin Rage. Again, add that code retail. You get the 20% off, and you'll get a signed 8x10 from a random wrestler. I can't guarantee who it is, but definitely could do that. And make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up. Smash it. Smash, 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 right? Smash that button. And if you haven't, please subscribe. Listen, guys, we're live every Friday, 8 p.m. right here at r2youtube.com. Again, guys, thanks for joining us. And I'm going to see you guys next week. Check you later.